Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at Borderlands 4 settings and what you should be turning on and turning off on the console versions of the games. Now there's a few things that are just bog standard normal that comes with every single game, but I wanted to show the difference first and foremost between performance and quality settings. So if we just like run around here, you can see and it looks good, it looks fine, runs pretty smoothly. I need to change my sensitivity a little bit, but you know, it's all looking good and well. Then we can go in and look at quality. Oh, there is a thing with the menu cursor which is so frustrating, which I'll talk about in a little while. So let's just go over here to quality. If my cursor will actually get onto the thing, there we go. Now you can see that it doesn't run as smooth, and I don't think the graphics are that much of an increase to warrant actually using it. So you can see like the flames here. We'll go back to the quality option, the preset option, sorry. Still looks just as good in my opinion. Obviously this is not the full game, this is just the start of the game, but I think performance is just the best way to go on console. Now let's talk about that cursor in the menu. This is the most frustrating thing ever. You do not want to use this, you just want to use your D-pads to go through the options. If you pull this cursor down and you don't like attach to something, so let's just say like this performance here, you can see I'm holding left and right and it's just like jumping and sticking. To get to that part where I need to change it from quality, you have to really slow down, so you're better off just using your D-pad, and that is found within the control section. I'm really disappointed with that cursor, to be honest. So we go down into the cursor, so we've got cursor speed and cursor friction. The higher the cursor friction, as soon as you like go over an option, the cursor will get stuck to it. So if you have it all up at 1, you are going to be pretty much trapped on a thing until you can move all the way across out of the range of the thing that you are highlighting, and then your cursor will go back to normal. I've turned friction all the way down and you can see that it still does stick, but it doesn't stick as like smooth as you want. So using your D-pad is going to be your go-to when it comes to the cursor. Very frustrating mechanic that cursor is. Then we also obviously have all your sensitivities and stuff, you know, that's just totally your preference and what you do. One thing I did want to point out is the ADS snap to target. It says here, when toggled on and using a wireless controller, snap to target when aiming down sights. Now I don't know whether this is some way, shape or form of making it so that, you know, you don't get any lag between aiming down sight and firing due to it being a wireless controller, but it just seems like a weird text flavor to put up there. However, these are on by default, as you can see here. I haven't tested them yet. I probably will end up taking off the snap to target to test that and put it to the end of the video, but for the most part just bog standard normal sensitivities and stuff. We also have toggle glide, so you can, you know, change how your character glides in the game. I think leaving it on is just going to be the easiest case. I think getting used to it by turning it off might just be a little bit of a headache, more so than just how it's implemented into the game. Over in the advanced sections of controls, we have all the dead zones and stuff. These are going to have to be just like changed for your specific needs. Obviously if you take down dead zones on the left stick or the right stick, it's going to drastically change how your in-game aim works and how quick it reacts and stuff. So I'm just going to try it as this. When I ran around just now, it felt pretty good. So unless you have a very specific setup in mind, I think the normal basic advanced control movements are very good. Then we have the wireless controller. You could go in and you could change every single button to be how you want it to be, which is absolutely incredible in my opinion. We have presets available if you want to change through them. Obviously we've got Southpaw, old school and such things, but you can go in and customize everything in your, you know, just by clicking the button that you want it to be. So pretty good. So next up I wanted to show the difference for the crosshair placement. Right now we are under the option for offset, and then we're going to change it to centered just to see the difference. So you can go down here in the gameplay, select it and exit. I prefer it to be centered in my opinion. Offset looks a little bit too out of the way from where I want to aim, but it is something I'm going to have to pick and choose. However, good options in my opinion. For your accessibility options, you can change how subtitles work. You can turn them off if you wish. You can change the text size. You can change the boldness of it. You can change the color of the actual words themselves and the color of the speaker identity. I prefer to have more popping colors, and I definitely prefer to have a full background rather than having any opacity. So again, totally up to you and how you play the game. Next up, we have the audio and visual. So you can change the menu text scaling. I like it on size 1. It's off by default. Damage numbers, on or off. I prefer them on. Obviously, that's the whole point of Borderlands games. We have options for your audio, which I won't get into because that just really depends on what kind of headset or setup you have. And then you have options just to change the color presets of like the flesh to shield, the armor, overshield, etc. The reticle colors, completely just your choices, but there are a lot of options here. For the gameplay, you can change how fast you zoom in and out of the map, which is incredible in my opinion because you want to just be looking for something really quickly. I'm going to turn down the screen shake intensity. I just don't like screen shake in general. I think it just gives me a headache. Put it down to 50% and we'll see what that's like. Then you can change your toggles and your enables of dash and stuff, you know, just really good potential choices here. And I'm going to also bring down the head bob to probably about 30% because often head bob makes me feel sick. Mantle with forward is also a good option. You know, if you don't want to press any extra buttons, you could just hold forward, run forward, and you will automatically mantle. That could, you know, cause some problems when you're trying to get into cover or something like that. So definitely a choice for yourself. So when it comes to your sensitivity, this is what I had to change it to get it to a familiar feel for me. I might have to adjust them a little bit, but you can see that, you know, you're going to have to change off one sensitivity for everything because it's just too restrictive. As you can see, I could just turn as quick as I want, but not too quick where I feel sick. Aiming gives me a lot of freedom, but it's not too wild, it's not too tight. So those are the kind of options that I chose for sensitivity. So just wanted to make a quick video for anyone who's wondering. They might not get the game in time, they might wait a couple of days and they're wondering about what the settings look like and what you could choose to do. And also as well, just in my opinion, some really good options available. I'm very impressed so far, let's put it that way, because settings can be a little bit all over the place, but they seem to have this nailed down. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed this game. There'll be more videos coming, I promise. Thank you for watching. I've been easy now. You guys have been awesome.